We say what they can't radio.
Welcome to Groucho and The Gentleman podcast. We getting it in. Enjoy.
Come on.
I don't know. You know, he surprises me sometimes.
Goodness.
Sometimes I'm just like, you don't know shit. All right, you know this song.
Henrik.
I just like this song.
Henrik.
Anyway,
you gotta dig deep in the crates.
Maxi Priest.
You gotta dig to a West Indian man.
Well, you'll be surprised at how many West Indian people don't know this guy.
Your body can't lie to me.
Anyway,
Uh-oh.
hello guys. Welcome.
Welcome back. Welcome to episode 9.
Nine.
9?
Yes.
No, 10.
10. Oh shit. Wow.
Yeah, big 10 years old. 10 years old.
Bro,
10,
bro.
10, 10. I'm JP Groucho.
Here we go. What the fuck is...
KW.
Oh, his personality changes every week, and you know you got
Every
Ali
week I
Allen
got
in the
something
corner.
different. Every week. But y'all know who I am. I'm the gentleman. Just remember that.
Do the look again.
Y'all know who I am. I'm the gentleman.
For people listening, he's looking at the camera weirdly, and
I'm smizing. That's what I'm doing.
we got Ali.
Ali Allen in the corner. What's up, everybody?
It was good, and we got a special guest today, the man without the burgers.
Out the burgers.
Out the burgers.
We got our man Titus in the building, the owner of
The Stuy Burgers.
Good evening, guys.
Stuy Burgers.
Pull your mic up a little
Stuy
bit.
Burgers.
The Stuy
I'll
Burgers.
pull it up. Good evening.
The
Yeah.
best burgers,
In Bed-Stuy.
hands. Bed-Stuy. No, hands down.
In the boroughs.
You know, I got to tell you guys, I haven't gone there yet, but everybody I've spoken to that's had it, they always say it's great burgers.
Just like he never been to Coney Island.
Why,
either.
let's not talk about Coney Island.
Can
but
we venture a couple of blocks? You talking about me?
we're going back to the burgers here.
The gentleman goes three places: the bar, here, and home.
And soon,
Bed-Stuy Burgers.
Stuy Burgers.
The
Yes.
Stuy Burgers.
The
The
Stuy
Stuy
Burgers.
Burgers.
Oh,
Stuy Burgers.
correction, people. The Stuy Burgers. All right.
Voted number 1 on Yelp.
Voted number 1 on Yelp. Yes.
Nice, dope.
Yes. That's a big deal.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.
And worth it.
Located on Halsey and
392 Halsey on the corner of Marcus Garvey. 2-year anniversary next month.
Already?
Oh, snap.
Oh,
We're going to be in the building.
2-year anniversary.
November 13th
Time
next 2
flies,
years.
man.
Time flies.
So you were open kind of during the pandemic?
Yeah.
tail end.
Wow.
Yeah, tail end of the
That's
pandemic.
amazing. That's
Dope.
amazing.
Dope.
And I'm still
Thank
not
you.
on, but I will be there though.
Yeah, Kendrick. You've been telling me that for a
But
while.
it's for
now.
2 years,
Yeah,
man.
2
But
years.
wait,
Exactly.
but why did I tell you though? Once I'm there, I'm there.
Yeah.
So you got to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
And the sad part is you have to pass his spot to
go-
get to the
to the
spot.
bar.
Depends on the direction I'm coming from.
I'm
because
sure you
sometimes
She knows Kerrick is a leaf. Kerrick blows all over. Wait.
Yes, he does.
Whoa. I did not say that. I do not blow all over. But what were we talking about? Munch? What were we talking about last week?
Yes, you're a munch and a glizzy.
Titus is like, wait, what?
Yeah, what's going on?
You gotta watch the other
I'm
episode.
completely lost.
You know what a munch is?
No, I mean, I follow you guys clearly. I know some of the topics you've been speaking
What?
of.
No, but do you know what a munch is? Period.
munch?
Yeah, it's a hip hop song that's out right now.
No.
It's
You know what?
It's a man that eats coochie and then gets kicked out.
So
Gets
the woman
kicked out?
uses the
Pretty
man.
much.
That's
Yeah.
what's up. I like it. I like
We
it.
like
Yo,
that.
but you're a punk.
Huh?
Like you're
See,
a
men
punk
don't
as
know-
a
men don't know-
I don't think it's being a punk. I'm good. I'm out. That's fine.
No.
I mean, they think they're doing us a
Yo,
bad,
it's
bad
funny
thing.
how
I'm
every man's
no,
like-
I didn't want to stay there anyway. You know, and you
Oh,
think
he
it's
said I
sense.
want to stay there anyway. Somebody got to go. And it's going to be me.
Yeah, I'm not mad at her. I'm all for feminist movement.
More power to you. I will
Yeah.
do your munching if you like. But
That just sounds wrong.
all right, moving on. So,
So Titus, you
Yes.
know, tell us a little about yourself. You know,
So I'm a New York native, born and raised, Bronx, Yonkers.
or you was from the Bronx?
Okay.
Yonkers.
Castle Hill.
Can I pause you for a second? Now,
Yes, you
Yonkers?
can.
Where's the Yonkers? The
Yonkers is right above the Bronx.
Okay, that's
So north of the Bronx.
So that's outside of.
Out the
You don't know
five
what
boroughs.
Yonkers is?
Yeah, so it's outside.
You don't know
of the
about
five
YO,
boroughs.
home of DMX in the Bronx?
YO, yeah.
Yes, that's what it's called.
That's what it's called. Yeah. The gentleman comes out.
No. Look. I have nothing against Yonkers, but the only thing I remember about Yonkers, honestly, is that when I do my taxes, They have their own little thing.
So it's outside of the $5.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
So it's a different tax situation.
Going on.
Right.
Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
Yeah,
it's fine.
yeah.
I've been in Bed-Stuy for about 20 years.
Wow.
Oh man.
Yep. My wife and I got married. She's from Brooklyn.
Shout out to Mrs.
Shout out to the missus.
Shout out to the missus. He's
My
here.
wife, Nicole. And so backing up. So my background is in education.
Oh, what?
So I
Yeah.
ran after school programs
Okay.
for about 10, 15 years.
I've known you probably like
For a minute,
over
Jay.
10 years.
Yeah.
And I ain't know none of this. I ain't know none
I
of
didn't know
this.
you guys knew each other that
From
long.
Bessel, right? Like, is that where I met you? At Bessel?
Probably Peaches.
No,
No,
Bessel, I think.
No, he
Because
didn't
I didn't go to Peaches.
I met you in Peaches.
You and
Yeah.
I met in Peaches.
And I,
I met you at
both
Bessel.
At Bessel.
In Bessel, yeah.
Yeah. And that
Um,
was probably about 10 years ago.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We've
Wow.
known each other probably a little bit longer.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
yeah.
From the time Peaches opened.
Open, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So my background, passion has been cooking. And so I went to culinary school in 2015.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic happened. I had opened a catering business. You know, it was just on and off.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But then when the pandemic hit, like, that's when I said,
I remember you was doing
The videos.
catering stuff.
Catering
at
stuff.
Rich
But
stuff.
during-
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
During the
remember that.
pandemic, you were
that,
doing the
all that.
videos with your sons.
Exactly.
Who made the
Yes,
best burger?
exactly, through the pandemic. Right. So now I was able to open a restaurant, and so here I am.
Were you doing some art stuff too at one point, or were you working?
No, so a friend of mine.
No, that's his
Richard-
boy, yeah.
Yeah, Richard
Oh,
owns
okay.
an art gallery.
Okay.
What's going on with my live?
Oh, what's it doing?
I don't know.
Oh no, you good.
I'm good.
Yeah, you
Okay.
good. Mm-hmm.
So
If y'all can't tell, Titus is like us. If y'all remember earlier episodes, we had
Like, we don't know how to use technology.
Figure out
man.
technology.
we had a whole
No.
lot.
Shout out to Taz. Shout out to Taz for helping
Shout out
us.
to Taz.
We old,
Taz, Taz was leaving us. But okay.
No, she's like. Well, anyway,
But yeah, so my dude, he owns an art gallery, Richard Beaver. Shout
Yeah.
out to my man Rich. I love
Shout out
him.
Rich,
Yeah,
shout out
My
Rich.
brother.
That's
And
how I know
so-
Titus. Not
Yeah.
to cut you off, but I know Titus because him, Rich, and Terry was like, but they are, thick as thieves. Or
Yeah.
that was my Peaches
Crew.
Yeah. Whenever I went in there with those, all right, we about to turn up.
Yeah. Oh, the wife is watching.
Turn up in a biblical and
Sacrificial wine.
We don't know this
Snitching
guy.
on
We
IG
don't know
Live.
this guy.
But yeah, so Rich, when I graduated, I would do private dining events at the gallery, and so that propelled me to do other things.
Yeah.
And fast forward to 2020, I was able a lot of things aligned, and I was able to open a restaurant.
spot.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I met you, you had mentioned you were trying to open up your own spot, or you not even trying. You said you were going to open your own spot,
Right.
And you claimed
and
it
you
and you did it.
claimed it and you did it.
Right.
So, but I do remember those conversations. Like every time I talk to you,
Yep.
that was the goal, and it happened, and it like literally just over one day.
Right.
Right.
It just
What I
popped
also
up.
appreciate about Titus is like he's big in the community, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
definitely.
pre-COVID, at the school we serve 500 senior
Mhm.
Yeah.
citizens.
Mm-hmm.
Titus runs the kitchen for me. He organizes the kitchen in order to get that food
Dope,
out,
dope.
Really?
and we got to get that food out in maybe 20 minutes to
That's
over
not an easy
500
thing.
people.
No.
And
To-
it's a
to
sit-down
manage all that.
plated dinner. It is
Yeah.
not an easy thing, and he does it for free. It's voluntary,
Yeah.
and we're gonna try to do some work with the school where he's gonna be teaching culinary arts at my school too.
Oh, dope.
Listen,
dope.
let me know because I'd like to come and learn some culinary arts.
I
'cause
got you.
I can cook, but I don't.
You ain't going nowhere.
You ain't go to Coney Island. You ain't go to the Stuy
Listen,
Burger.
first of all, your school's right up the street, so I
And
will
you
go.
still ain't
And
go.
so Stuy Burger.
And by the way, I have been to your school.
You have.
Still has to come
Yes.
get something to
Right.
eat. Yeah, exactly.
All right, listen, you know what, guys? You have to do things when the spirit moves
Don't gentrify
you
our
Here we
neighborhood.
go.
to do things. And I'm telling you, I'm the kind of person that once I do something, once I'm there. I'm there. Y'all see this.
You're a
you know.
gentrifier. Stop gentrifying our
We're all
neighborhood.
gentrified because we're all paying these high rents
No,
for these.
I'm
Not me.
I'm born
Not
and
me.
raised in this baby.
and your rent went up, didn't it? No.
No, actually, no.
So we need to go live where JP's living.
Actually, I don't want to.
But anyway, Titus,
Yeah.
listen, congratulations, man, on your success.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. And I want to say congratulations to you guys, and
Thank
I want
you,
to
thank you.
humbly thank you for inviting me up here. Like, this is truly an honor and a blessing. So thank you guys.
Thank you for that.
we're gonna have
we don't
some
want you to
fun
leave.
And congratulations to you guys.
Thank you. Well, you're going to stay with us, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now we're about to get into some shit.
All right.
Yeah, I'm here.
I
All
wish
right.
we're gonna have like a clip afterwards of how delicious the burgers are because we were supposed to. But anyway,
So yes, I was supposed to bring burgers.
I was just busting.
And I
Yeah.
was doing, I had to cook for the family and friends.
He's being a
and so on and
family.
so
He's being a
forth.
family man.
We
He's being a
appreciate
family
it.
Yes,
man.
but these are my people, so they know they have an open invite to come.
Absolutely.
So again,
I will be paying for my own
JP
burger.
and Allie have had my
I know.
burger.
He said it to me 10
Yes.
times.
Kendrick has not been there for
But you know what
2
I've
years.
offered? I have offered to pay for their burgers. But actually, Titus, I do. On a serious note,
Need your hand out.
I want to.
I'll take it.
And actually, two things. So, and this is going to call me out again because I haven't
Someplace
stopped
else
by.
he didn't go.
Because I didn't go. But what I noticed when I was passing by each time was, your place is becoming like a community spot.
Right.
People are sitting outside having
But
conversations.
he also like promotes
Yeah.
other Black entrepreneurs
Oh, yeah.
inside the restaurant. Like
Yeah.
it gets no doper than that.
I love that. And every time I pass by, I hear you in my head. Yeah, you still ain't here yet, though.
And you ignore that. You be like,
All
and
right,
you
y'all.
ignore
So
it.
let's move on to some
Well,
updates.
wait. One more thing on Titus. So going back to his being a giver of the community and so on. There's this gentleman that I'm familiar with around Bed-Stuy, right?
Uh-oh.
And no, not a bad thing.
No, not a bad thing. But I feel JP about to go into the road with you on that.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not
We
going.
already know he's familiar with gentlemen.
Oh, shut up. Yeah.
See?
He always goes
She
there.
alley you me. I wasn't
But
gonna
yeah, you brought it up, Allie. But no. But seriously though, and this gentleman is he's fell on hard times, right? And Titus, stop it. And this is a serious discovery. Titus helps this guy, hires him,
Right.
and gives him a little bit of pays him, and I love that. You don't have to do that. And
Right.
I talk to this man like probably at least twice a week.
Right.
And so when I saw that he was working there, it did something for my heart. So thank you for for that.
No.
Yes.
And so I know you want to move on, Allie.
Yeah.
Part of what I wanted to do was make it a community space. Right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to hire young people from the community,
Yeah.
right? So we often say that our young people don't have opportunity.
Yeah.
Right.
And so this could be somebody's first job, and they can
Yeah.
use me as a reference, right?
Yeah.
This can be that person that's down and out, and
Right.
come in and do something. And so, like Allie said earlier, like I'm very community oriented. I'm not from Bed-Stuy, but I'm here. So if I'm here, this is my home.
And I see it.
Right.
I see it. So you definitely do it. But anyway, Titus, thank you so
Yes.
much.
So
Thank
but
you,
that
guys.
kind of leads to one of our topics.
Yes.
Because what do you think about the heavy flow of migrants being allowed into? Would you hire? That's
a great question. That's a great question.
It is.
Don't say nothing to get us canceled.
No.
Well, how about we start with this way? Do
Yes.
you agree with Mayor Adams's?
He just gave $1 billion. Y'all said.
Yeah, it's about.
$1 billion.
I could be wrong, but what I've read and what I've heard is the $1 billion.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm of the mindset, and I hope I don't offend people. Right.
Don't worry about it. It's a
Right.
podcast.
Got it.
Yeah.
But there are plenty of people here that are willing to work, right?
Right.
Who are citizens
Right.
of the United States of America,
Right.
Who look like us,
Right.
And so, if you give them the opportunity, I'm sure they're not gonna. All of them are not gonna
Squander,
turn
right.
it down, right? And so, that's my thing. Like, let's give them the opportunity.
All
And
right.
I understand the politics behind a lot of the stuff. Bringing
I don't
a
understand
lot
the
of
politics
people in.
behind it.
I understand the politics.
Yeah.
Going back to our conversation.
Well, I understand
pre-show.
politics,
Pre-show.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I completely understand, but I think too that we need to look beyond the politics of it.
Yeah.
And look at
The human
who we
factor.
have here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
understand that we have a disenfranchised people here
Yeah.
that need to be elevated.
Yeah.
Why not give them the opportunity, right? And so I think that we're missing the mark on that.
And most of the people that are in those situations are people of color.
Right.
Or they're not, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
And systematically disenfranchised, right? So
Exactly.
it's not that they were here, right, up top,
And then fell.
they fell, right?
Right.
They've always been at the
Trying
bottom,
to-
to elevate themselves, and for whatever reason,
Yeah.
have not been able to, right? And so then you have a group of people who are coming from somewhere else and are able to get assistance just off the top.
Yeah.
And it's not that they don't deserve it, right? But it's like, okay, but we've been here.
Look, if we can help.
So-
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Now.
what I was thinking about is how do we systematically embed the idea
Mhm.
of kids following a Titus?
Mm-hmm.
Because Titus followed his dream and became a business owner.
Right.
Right. And making that normal. Because, I mean, I think I said this on the show before. As a child living in the projects,
Mhm.
I knew Black people worked, but I didn't know
Yep.
where.
Yep.
Because everybody got on the train
Yep.
to go
somewhere.
work.
else.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know where. I didn't know
what
that
they
there was
did
a
or what would they
right.
do.
I had no idea. I didn't know a Black restaurant owner
Right.
living in the projects. I
Well-
never had a Black teacher. I
Yeah.
didn't even know Black people could teach.
Here's what's interesting about that, Allie, right? People like, when did you learn? When did you know? And I didn't know I wanted to be a chef, right?
Yeah.
And so I remember my mom and dad, they worked, and I would be in the house in the teenage, and I would just create sauces for food. I would cook my steaks or my chicken.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a profession.
Right.
It was just something you
It was
enjoyed.
just something I enjoyed
Yeah,
doing,
yeah,
right? Maybe
yeah,
if I
yeah.
could have tapped into I know that Allison is a chef and this
Yeah.
is what Allison
You
does.
can connect with
I
that.
could connect
Right.
with that.
And also
right?
your parents, if they were.
And also mom and dad.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If they knew. Yeah.
Right? And also, just going back, Allison, she works for DOE.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in the school system promoting, the skill sets of individuals.
Right.
Right? When we came up, right, we had home economics.
Oh,
we
home
had
economics.
We had woodworking.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep,
Stuff
yep.
that we can do
Print
with our
shop.
hands.
Those
Yeah.
pillows
that
that I
provided
made.
employment and sustainability for families.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
To take care of our families.
Families.
Yeah.
But
That's all gone now.
two things that goes to we need people in high positions showing
go.
people that they could accomplish those things.
Here
And
we
another thing that I saw, a meme that I saw that I was trying to look for real quick, is let's normalize people finding themselves in their 40s and 50s.
Right.
And later, it doesn't matter.
Right, because when we
Success can
when we
happen at
grew
any
up,
stage. Yeah.
well, I didn't think I'd make it this far, but other than that, in your 20s, you don't really know exactly
What it is you
your
wanna do.
passion,
Yeah, yeah.
and it could change too.
But let's normalize the idea that if college is not for you, it's not for you.
Right.
It's
not.
okay.
Right?
Absolutely.
It's okay
100%.
because a trade skill
Right.
will take you so
Much
That,
further.
look
Do you know
look
in
who
Europe, that's
survived
what
the
we
wait, hold on. Look who survived the pandemic. All of those people that were building those outdoor
Yep.
restaurants and stuff.
Yep.
If you had a trade, you pretty much
you're
survived.
pretty
If
much
you had a
so
right.
most people think that as a parent that's a principal,
Mhm.
all three of my kids should have finished college.
Yeah.
My youngest son loves cars.
Little more. Yeah.
Why would I force this kid to go to college? Because my two oldest ones did. Those two oldest ones went to college to follow their passion.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
my youngest son's passion is cars,
Right.
I'm gonna send you to automotive school.
Exactly.
Trade
And I'll
Exactly.
be okay with
Trade
that.
school,
Because
exactly.
one, if I think about it, you're gonna finish school before he would have finished school before my daughter finished her 4-year degree.
Yeah, yeah.
And would have came out making more money than my daughter who's a teacher.
Yeah.
So I'm 100% all right with not every kid, even as a principal, not every kid going to college.
And he could fix your car too.
Yes.
Save you a lot of money. Save the family money because it's going back into your house.
He could have helped
right?
Taz tonight too.
So that money that you would have spent outside of the family is going back into the family
Absolutely.
and so on. So, but I gotta tell you, Europe, and they've been doing this forever in Europe, where they have people. 4-year thing is not a thing there.
Right.
They do have it, but it's not it's the flip. They, kids go to school for specialized
Right.
things, and they have the gap year where they decide what they want to do,
right.
and so on. And so what I am hopeful about is that. So I used to work for a huge organization, right, financial organization, and they started doing the situation where they don't need 4-year degrees anymore.
Right.
They just need somebody with the skills.
Right. And to
Well,
understand.
what's
and
happening right now,
understanding
like
and
when you hear
yeah.
about the country and all of the jobs that are out there,
Yeah.
The biggest problem is people don't have the skill set to fill the job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly.
the biggest problem that we have right now.
And it goes back to the migrants coming into New York like that, because I don't know what the complaints are, because most times they're taking the jobs that people don't want.
Well, that's always been a thing, hasn't it? Forever, where folks here always think that immigrants are taking away their jobs, but they're taking jobs, to JP's point.
And New York is a melting pot. It's built on immigrants.
Right.
The whole country.
Well, yeah, on our back literally.
But listen, but kind of piggybacking off that, guys. There's a new show that came out on Netflix called Descendants or The Descendants. Watch it. It's really good. I started watching it yesterday. And it's talking about...
It's a documentary or it's a show?
It was a documentary.
Okay.
And it's talking about this place called Africa Town. I think it's in Alabama. And it's it's about so slavery was
on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix, yeah.
Last slave ship illegally bringing slaves to so watch that. Really, really good. I started
Nope. I don't do slave movies. I don't do.
It's not a movie. It's a documentary.
Slave nothing. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm
Listen,
good.
you can never be over it or done. Let me tell you
I'm
something.
over
I've
it.
always said this.
Yeah.
A Jewish person will never unlearn or not allow
No, I'm
their
not
children,
unlearning it,
excuse me, or never not allow their children to learn about the Holocaust.
Yeah.
You can't. The
Point,
children should
period.
learn about it. He said I should watch it.
And that's
I said
what this
I'm
community. So when I started watching, that's pretty much that's what they're saying. They're all about passing that down. Never forget.
You can never
forget. Just like the our Jewish brothers and sisters do.
But you can't forget something you haven't learned, and that's our issue.
Very good point.
Right.
Very good point.
We're not teaching our children our history.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Children
So that's
definitely.
why. So people don't forget.
Yeah.
What am I remembering?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So we have to teach our children what our history is, right? As bad as it may be, right? As crazy as it is.
And that goes back to the whole
And that's
migrant
also
situation.
So history don't repeat itself too. So if they don't know, they could accidentally fall.
And it's not. What do we remove? 40 years from Jim Crow?
It's not that long.
It's not
First
that
and foremost,
long.
we're not removed from Jim Crow.
We're not
right?
removed.
Let's be real.
Let's
Right.
be clear, right? Right. So we can't forget what we don't have information.
That's a really good point. You're absolutely right.
So
100% right.
We have to
100% right.
continue to be able to let our children know, this is what it is, and this is who we are, and this
I
is what we
believe
were.
the children are the
And
future. Teach them well.
Well, listen, I love that topic. Let's move on to the next.
Wait, before we move on, I just
Yes.
want to read this meme because I love it. It says, normalize finding love in your 40s. Normalize discovering and chasing new dreams in your 30s. Normalize finding yourself and your purpose in your 50s. Life doesn't end at 25.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Stop acting like it does.
And can I add to that? So, this comedian, love this guy. It's funny as hell. Little guy, 4'11", died in a car accident yesterday.
Who, Kevin?
Leslie
Oh,
Jordan.
Yeah, he passed away.
Do you know he just bought, at 67, just bought his first condo. So happy. And he was like, you're never too old to just bought his, I mean, and that, and again, it ties into, what you're talking about. You're never too old to do anything. Even Judge Judy said that. I was watching an interview on her, and she's like, look, success for me starts, she was like in 40s.
Right.
And she's like,
A lot of people, like Morgan Freeman, how old was he?
Samuel Jackson.
Oh, Samuel Jackson. That's
Right.
Jackson, yeah.
So to answer your point, it's never too late for anything. It's all a mindset, right? If we let society tells us that you need to do this by 25, you do this by 30, you're gonna fail.
Right.
You're putting pressure on yourself.
You're gonna put pressure on yourself.
Now, there's certain things that we got to understand. Don't be talking about you're going to have a kid or somebody 50 years old.
Well,
Listen,
I mean-
you're not doing that.
I mean,
You're not doing that.
Can I push back a little bit? Is it society or is it ourselves?
It's both.
I think it's a combination
I think
of the two.
society
right?
told us,
Yeah,
and that's
it's a
what we tell
combination of the
ourselves.
two.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that we see the celebrities, we see the LeBron James, we see these actors, right? And we're like, oh, but that's a very small percentage.
That is a
Right.
very,
That's a
very
very
tiny
small percentage,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I remember when I was, coming up, I forget how old I was.
That means
But-
you were younger.
I was younger, but somebody mentioned to me that the good proportion of millionaires that are in America are blue collar workers, right? So meaning that that if they're going back to what we said in a minute ago, the people
9 to
that work
5,
with their hands,
doing
right, and that's
the
a small
grind,
percentage, right? So I think that we place that burden on ourselves to say that we need to be the rapper, we need to be the basketball.
But that's also media feeding us.
Right.
But again, got it, and I'm with you, right? But it's also us saying we're allowing the media to dictate what that is for us.
But let me ask you a question, guys, because all three of you are parents. I'm not yet, not that I'm aware of. So
confessions.
These are my confessions.
Before. I think I might have somebody running around, but
I would never.
Might have something running around. Like, what the hell?
Listen, to your point, Titus. Is this something that you guys are passing down to your children about? Hey, success can happen in all forms. Are you guys making them feel comfortable to pursue their dreams and
well,
their
I think I
passions
answered that
and
question a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't tell my daughter she had to be a teacher. It's something that she wanted to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't tell my oldest son you got to be a dean because I was a dean. It's just something that he wanted to do.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about cars except for how to put gas in them, pay for them, and drive them straight. But my youngest son had this passion for cars.
Yeah.
He has a passion for gaming. Think about the fact that I
And
have
gaming makes a lot of money, by the way.
Hold on. I have a gaming room at my school. I have an esports team.
That's why you need to spread that message throughout the school system.
So, moving right along.
Moving on. Next time.
I want to answer your question.
Oh.
I want to say that I ain't gonna front because my parents didn't enforce me into because they didn't know they were migrants.
Right.
So they pretty much didn't pigeonhole me into doing anything because I wanted to be a rapper. So they never denied that. But they was like, yo, pick up a trade.
Right.
So that's how I got into media. So yeah, as a parent, you shouldn't pigeonhole your kid to your idea.
Yeah.
Pigeonhole them to morals and values.
Right.
That's important.
Right.
But
That's
when
important.
it comes to, because always remember too, the job of the future is not created yet.
Yeah.
Right? When I was in high school, there was no Facebook.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
true.
We're lucky and in a weird space. We have one foot in the old
Yeah.
and one foot at the beginning of the new.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very weird thing to me. I remember
I
was
think it's
taking...
always like that though.
Well, no. Well,
It is.
No, but
It's on a different level.
and so I love this topic actually.
Yeah.
Right. So and I look at me right. So I pull from my experiences. Right.
Right.
So right. How many black principals were there when we were growing up? Right.
I had one.
I didn't know any.
No. How many black teachers?
I never had
had
a teacher.
two.
So right. You all know Richard, right? He's a gallerist. He's black.
Right.
How many gallerists do you all know?
I knew
No.
none.
I didn't know any black chefs. Now there's, but 20, 30 years ago,
No.
you couldn't name any.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
So young people running media outlets
Yeah.
of color.
Yeah.
None.
Right.
Now there are, right? So it begs to differ. It's like, and we know we're good at everything. We are
And I
so
love
good at
it.
We invented
I
it.
love it.
Dude, we're so good
We
at
created a
everything.
lot of it.
Right.
Everything.
Majority of
Right, we can navigate what we need to navigate.
We can navigate
At the drop of a
pivots
dime.
at the drop of a
At the drop of
dime.
a dime.
Yeah, it is.
Music executives, right? Music industry was controlled by white people until hip hop, right? Hip hop comes
Right.
along, and now you have nothing but black executives.
But you
Right.
know, it's crazy. One of the clips that I showed these guys
Yeah.
is Karis One talking about the worst day in hip hop. The worst day in hip hop is when Sugar Hill,
sold their
Close.
record label.
Mm-hmm.
because all the black music
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
controlled by one entity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we could have controlled more positive
More
music coming out. Right? Now, of course, there should be a disparity of music because when we came up, there was NWA.
Right.
But we also had Karis One.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We had,
Diverse.
you know what I'm saying, Zulu Nation. We had,
Right.
there was a whole, now it's like,
Yep.
Common, where you at?
And that was my generation too. All of us.
But I hear what KRS going to say, but you can't be a revisionist on history because he's speaking from the knowledge from now. So when they had that, they didn't know what they had.
Right. They didn't.
So they was like,
And then
oh.
that goes back to again, educate
Organic.
or being
Right,
organic,
right.
and it's starting.
But now,
from
Puff and them and Jay and them, they know what they got. They like, yo, I ain't giving that
So
up.
I beg to differ just a little bit. KRS knew, right? Because
he knew more than Sugar. No, he knew more than the owners of Sugar Hill.
Right.
But
Yeah.
they didn't know what they
Yeah.
had.
No,
Right.
they didn't know,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Because it was done organically.
Right.
It was done out of a need to express yourself.
Right. And
So-
as business, you selling your business. So
Right.
back then, if you offer me whatever they got paid for,
Yeah.
Right.
and I'm
Especially
like,
when they weren't making a lot of money back then.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But speaking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
music, I just need some clarity. With Adidas, because I'm going to Kanye right now. This wasn't one of the topics, but just because it's
It's all right. That's what we
With
do.
Adidas dropping Kanye, is
I
Adidas
saw that.
losing money or is Kanye losing money?
Both.
I think both are losing money.
Both.
It's but I'm sure that Kanye knew that was a possibility when everything he does.
I don't
I'm
think
sure
he
does
did.
a possibility,
I don't
and he
think
doesn't
he
give two
did.
shits. Like
No,
I don't think he gives two shits.
I-
Kanye or Adidas?
Kanye, I don't think.
I don't
he
think
gives two shits.
Adidas gives two shits.
No,
That's why
I
they
don't think
dropped
Kanye
him.
does. I think Kanye does all these things knowing, hey, people don't like shit, but I don't give a fuck. I don't think he cares.
I don't think he was gonna get. I don't think he thought he was gonna get dropped for that.
How could you not?
Because I don't think he thinks what he's saying is that offensive.
right.
Well, when he doesn't take your medication.
And I don't think what he's
listen,
saying-
it's the same way when JP is saying offensive shit. Be like, well, what did I do? Like, JP is. I wish I could see him right now.
Touche,
JP is always
touche.
this mean.
Touche.
Always.
She did this, but
That is what you do.
That is he.
That is JP. You are that emoji.
and that goes back to our conversation. I'm glad you brought that up because I was telling y'all he's not a billionaire because they said Adidas dropping him made him not a bill
Underneath, right.
Well, it was getting most of his net worth or his presumed net worth came from that.
So
Yeah.
to put it in perspective, right?
Yeah.
From my viewpoint,
Yeah,
right? Let's take Kanye and let's take what's LaMelo Ball's father?
Oh yeah.
The Baller brand,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So the Baller brand is its own entity. Adidas and Kanye is working with Adidas.
But Kanye, doesn't he own the Yeezy brand? I'm
No,
asking. I'm
but
asking for a friend.
But it's being
No.
put. So it's almost
I'm
like
asking for a
think
friend.
about
it's being distributed
it's
by.
being distributed. So think about a label, right?
Yeah.
Arista is the label.
Yeah.
But Bad Boy is being distributed by Arista.
They
Gotcha.
need each other.
So they
and then
need
even
each other.
worse,
Yeah.
underneath
Right.
Bad Boy is the artist.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
It's a symbiotic relationship,
Yeah.
right? But Baller brand, if he's making $5 billion, he's making $5 billion.
Gotcha.
If Kanye's making $2 billion, it's kind of dependent on if Adidas is going to manufacture
Great point.
and distribute,
and,
right?
and put it in
So-
Foot Locker and put it.
So
Yeah.
now,
Gotcha.
if you ruffle feathers from Adidas,
Yep.
if Baller brand ruffles feathers, there's no feathers to
Yes,
ruffle.
yep, gotcha.
It's his,
Yep.
it's his thing.
And that's Kanye's
Understood.
whole beef. Basically, he's like, "Yo, if I don't play ball with these people, this is what they
Right.
do." And they're doing
Adidas
what
will
he
always be around.
Adidas will
Right.
always be around.
Always.
Adidas,
be
Nike,
And
Right.
Nike.
I kind of say
But I-
Kanye is kind of a little. He's doing. Wait, if you really listen to him, he's saying exactly what is gonna happen to him. He's saying he's gonna be a martyr for.
Well, he makes himself a martyr.
He
Right.
does.
I mean, it's.
But that's what a
That's
martyr
what I'm
does.
saying. That's what I'm saying. He knows, like when he says these things, as much as he might be a little off chemically, he knows what he's doing.
But I think
Like,
the
I think
saddest
He
part.
does.
I think he's aware that there's a possibility of things happening.
I
when
think
he
the
does.
saddest
I think
part.
I think that Kanye feels that he is above all of it, right?
You think so?
So here's the thing.
I don't think he thought it was gonna happen that much.
Well,
So,
Go ahead.
I think the saddest part is we lose his genius in all of this.
Agreed.
Because there's
Yep.
certain things with this man says.
They'll shut
it's
him
like,
down.
Yo, but he's so right. But
Yeah.
then, dude, you just wild out. And that one wild out moment is so far wild out.
it
It's
can
like,
take you out. It can take you out.
Done.
No matter how talented you are,
Done.
the machine is bigger than you. right?
Oh,
And it goes back to
exactly.
the politics we were talking about.
Exactly.
Right?
It's not taking him out. The machine is taking him out. Like they like, whoa, you better shut the.
Anyway, let's move on to another topic, shall we?
So, Titus, since you're a chef,
Yes.
one of the topics that we had was something real simple.
Okay.
Pancakes, waffles, or French toast?
French toast.
All of them for me.
No, French toast.
You got so excited just now.
You know why?
Yo.
I like them all.
No.
Okay,
no.
but if I had to choose though, waffles is my number one.
I go with waffles too.
Yeah.
Waffles?
Yep.
No.
I will go waffles because you can do a lot more with waffles. I think you can add a lot of shit to the waffles.
Wait, what? You could add way more stuff to
What's
French
yours?
toast.
You ain't say what's yours.
I don't know about the French toast.
So-
Taz, can I get some more?
Oh, we ordering drink. I want some more.
No.
Wait,
Okay,
we do not condone or sponsor.
No, but here's
Whatever
the
he
stuff.
just asked for will be bleeped
That
out.
is you now
Yeah.
continue. But here's why I said waffles, right? One, I love waffles.
Yeah.
But think about it. You know, why are people doing waffles and chicken? I never understood that concept. And actually, I don't like chicken and waffles or whatever you call it.
Right.
I'm not a fan of chicken and waffles.
Right.
I really am not a fan of chicken and waffles. Since you're redoing,
So
This is a whole commercial break right now.
commercial break.
No,
guys.
no commercial
We'll
break.
edit
No,
this
no,
out.
no. No, because you got me kind of in. We talking about,
All right, do it.
We're talking about food now, so you kind of got me
Yes.
in. So waffles, you got a waffle maker, so there's really nothing to cook.
Gentlemen, you wanna?
Yes.
So there's nothing to cook with waffles.
Okay.
Pancakes, yes, but eggs.
I mean, I love eggs.
I mean, French toast, dude.
Okay, so French toast, I think you're absolutely right. It's
Yes.
definitely more of a skill
Yes.
than
Yo,
making
you know we still on the camera on the
waffles
mic, right?
and pancakes.
Yeah.
But to add to that though, I totally get what you're saying. However, you can still do a lot
Or just Taz.
with a waffle. You can do, I think, the same amount of things that you do with a piece of French
I'm
toast
back.
that you could do with pancakes. Now, I do think French toast is definitely more of a skilled.
I like French toast when I was a kid.
Well, I don't know how to make French toast very well, so I will admit that.
All the shit has come out the box for me. I ain't doing none of this shit.
So
Oh, we getting the chef answer. He's like so.
no. So my son,
Disappointed.
yes. No, my son Malachi. I love you.
I love
Mally.
that name.
Shout out.
That's my
Shout out
nephew's
to
name.
Mally.
Shout out Malachi.
My nephew's name is
Mally
Malachi.
likes, and his mom makes
Yeah.
blueberry pancakes for him on the weekends. So he likes his blueberry pancakes.
Yeah.
He also likes my French toast.
Yeah, but see, you know, I'm jealous of kids that have parents like you because you're a trained chef. And you know how to do that stuff.
They be getting the good shit.
You be getting the good shit. Like, that's normal to them.
No, but my wife is not a trained chef. And
No, but you are.
No, but I didn't teach her how to cook, and he likes her blueberry pancakes.
Well, it's mama. I mean, it's
But
mama's love.
But to your point, he has a palate.
I'm the bottle boy.
chef.
You know, I'm doing bottle service
Right?
on the side.
So
I
he's
mean,
not gonna subscribe to mom's pancakes if it's not good, right?
So is he doing? So
but
is
he
he
might have been trained to that taste. How his.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't teach his mom how to cook. She
Yeah.
just cooks.
Yeah.
Right? But he loves his mom's blueberry pancakes. Like he prefers
His-
her blueberry pancakes to my blueberry
Yeah, pancakes. Yeah.
Got it. Not mad. Love it.
You
Right?
hate him. You hate that.
No, I don't. No, because that actually lets me off the hook. So let mom cook your blueberry pancakes.
You know what though? You know, Titus, I think that is more than just about the food though. It's a connection with mom.
Right, and breakfast
and it's loving and it's
Wait, does he
it's-
like your? I'm gonna cause controversy in the Titus. Does he like your food better or her food better?
Don't put him in a bad place now. Don't answer that question.
These are the hard hitting questions.
And also, you're putting his son in a bad position.
His son never gonna watch.
Malachi, do not.
I asked a simple question.
So what I will say
Pancakes.
is that my love, if you're listening, yes, you can cook.
Aw. I didn't ask, can she cook?
No,
Ask-
that's my answer.
That's your political
That's a
answer.
married man right there. That's
I
a
shall
married man
not
right
tell a
there.
lie.
Don't do that to that man.
All right,
my
so we
answer.
answered that mystery.
I will not
That's
tell a lie.
Yeah.
But listen,
Get your
food-
Joe Biden up.
kind of going back to that question. I love that we brought that topic up because food is a big thing in any family. Right, it's how we connect,
Yep.
how we have fun, how we just
Love.
It's love, and particularly people of color.
Yeah.
So
Right.
people don't recognize, like, it's so big in our community.
Yeah,
During the lockdown, we called ourselves the Tuesday Dinner Crew. So there's a group of maybe 6 of us. Every Tuesday, we're not hanging out with anybody else. You can't have anybody else in
Yep.
your house because we don't want to catch COVID.
we had our own pod.
But every
Yeah.
Tuesday, we would circulate to each other's house for dinner.
Nice. That's what's up.
It would have been nice to have you because you're a chef, but her.
Oh yeah.
No,
Ali
I know
throws-
down too.
Ali gets busy.
I know Ali gets busy. So can I piggyback off you, Ali?
Absolutely.
So what we did, right? So we have a crew of families.
Yeah.
And so I always want to give credit to people, right? So Richard's wife, Kalila, right?
Yeah.
Kalila came to me and was like, we should do something pandemic. And I was like, all right, cool. We should do an event where we Zoom.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And I piggybacked off of it.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's everybody tell me what they have in their cupboards and refrigerators,
Yeah.
right? And then they'll send it to me during the pandemic, mind you.
yeah.
And I'll give everybody a recipe.
Ooh, I
Oh,
love
that's
that.
And then
Ooh.
Saturday
That's dope.
night, we get our alcohol, and then everybody will prepare
it
the meals that I
virtually.
set out for them.
Titus,
That's
I love
dope.
that.
I think we should pick that
I
back
think
up.
we should get that idea.
So Kalila, you listening? I love you.
Love
We
that idea.
We recorded. I literally can do a cookbook based upon all of it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I love that is a
Yeah.
fantastic idea.
For
You
sure.
guys should probably should do a cookbook.
No, we should.
That
We're gonna have the Groucho and the Gentleman, Titus.
Right?
cooking show. That is
So
a
that's
great
what we
idea.
did. We did that for what? 3 months?
3 months.
So every Saturday we would Zoom. Everybody would hit me like Wednesday, Thursday,
Yeah.
what they have in their cupboards. I would be like, okay, cool, paprika, kale, whatever. I send them a recipe, send it out to them. And then Saturday night, everybody would prepare it.
And
we
you
cook
your
it.
potluck.
Right.
And potluck. And
Dennis, I love
yeah.
that. You know, like one of the main reasons why I love that is because it's taken into consideration to the economics of it, right?
Right.
Not everybody can go and buy something every week for dinner and restock. So you gotta, especially during the pandemic too, because most places probably weren't open and you can do that. So having what you have in your refrigerator, your cupboards, whatever, your pantry, and being able to use that, because a lot of people threw a lot of things out, thinking
Right.
that I can't make.
I can't
anything
use
with
it.
The
Right.
best thing about the lockdown for me was like cooking almost every night with all 3 of my children.
Yeah,
Excuse me, with all 3 of my children. That shit was so unbelievably
Yeah.
dope.
yeah.
So the
It was
one thing,
dope.
even though they're
It
all
was.
grown now, my daughter's in a different part of the state. Y'all know the one thing I do every Sunday.
The
I'm
dinner,
cooking
Sunday dinner.
It was.
They've been
I've
at the
been
house for Sunday
honored.
dinner.
It was.
Privileged,
And
enough
it's been
to-
banging.
Yeah,
Yeah, as crazy as it was a good time to connect or reconnect with the people you love.
yes,
And
it slowed us down.
It slowed us
It was
down.
definitely a
Yeah.
reset.
Yeah.
It was
It was a
definitely a reset.
reset.
Yeah.
Definitely a
Yeah.
reset.
And we got to learn each other.
Right.
And we got to
Right,
learn about
'cause-
each other. And
Like we were just
appreciate
like
each other.
bar friends, and then we became
Yeah.
family. There's
Yes.
a whole
Right.
difference.
Yes. So I will take her cooking over yours. I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah, me too.
Until I.
Alex over mine?
Me too.
No, yes. No, absolutely. No.
You know why? Because like your son, hers is combined with the mama.
The love.
The
and
love and that mama cook.
It's a little diabetes-ish, but you know what I mean.
Diabetes. Oh no, I'm not going. I didn't say that.
So Allie, you see the so hold on, time out. You see the dissension that they're trying to bring
Always.
amongst us two.
But we're here.
But Allie,
We're
it ain't-
here.
I
We're
want
family,
you to know that that's not happening.
We're family.
Listen, before y'all,
Well, there were you. There were,
Right.
there were two of
yes,
you. I get it.
I was
I get
rocking
it.
with Allie.
I'm not trying to separate you two.
Well, no, I
but-
think I was first, and then.
Oh, here we go. Anyway,
But,
let's move on to the next topic, shall we?
So it's
How much
Halloween
time
season.
we got? Our
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay.
It's Halloween season.
Yes.
So as a child growing up, what was your favorite costume, or what were you a lot?
Okay, so
A goddamn ghost. My
this
mother
is gonna
put a
be
sheet on
so-
her asses.
Wait.
Oh,
You just
okay.
had a cheat.
I'm sorry.
That's all you had.
Shit.
So here's a conversation in itself, right? And we can discuss or not discuss.
Mhm.
But I grew up a Jehovah's Witness,
Oh.
so I never
Yeah.
celebrated any holidays.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I
So
got friends like that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
I think we all do. Huh?
We all looked at
I
you like
allow,
this the
not I
saddest shit in
allow,
the
right?
world.
'Cause she is, celebrates everything. So I don't impose my beliefs.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I'm not a Jehovah's Witness now.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
And if
But
you
I
were,
don't-
it's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
As
yeah,
a kid,
yeah.
did you look at other kids like, damn?
Yeah, like why? Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Somebody sing happy
Yeah,
birthday
like,
to me,
yeah,
goddamn.
like I remember one year, like one of my good friends,
You're like, nigga, I want a PlayStation.
one of the most creative outfits that I can remember to this day. He was Bookman. From Good
Bookman
Times.
From Good Times.
Good times.
He
Oh
was
my
Bookman.
gosh.
Was
Bookman.
he on
He's
the head?
dead.
Yeah,
Yes.
he had the hair,
hair and all
afro.
I
He was
like
Bookman.
Bookman.
Cabrini Green.
He ate a lot.
Yeah, come on up.
So, and even though I wasn't trick-or-treating, I was with him, right? So I got to see.
Oh, you
But,
cheating? You can't be with him.
No, Mom, I was determined. I was a latchkey kid, so.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
me three.
It
You
wasn't
ain't
like
sneaking
Mom
out
kept
one
me in the
piece of
house.
candy? You ain't sneaking out one piece of candy?
Oh, all the time.
I think
Oh,
we
okay, I'm
all
about to
did.
say.
I think we.
But I trick or treated like I am now.
Right.
He Bookman, my man is Superman. I'm me. Trick or treat.
He's like, yo, I'm a young New York Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh wait. So what was your so you never dressed? You never.
No, never.
So
did.
you
My
dressed.
mom-
Wait, I don't know if I should say this. So you
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
through Sunday?
Huh?
Cocktails.
She's inviting you to Sunday dinner.
Oh, this is also
Oh,
Allie's
wait, no,
birthday
wait, what?
celebration week.
Do I gotta dress up?
At
The
our spot where we finna go to
Oh,
after this.
yes, this Sunday.
They're
yes.
having a Halloween party / my birthday
No, say
party.
it. What? I don't.
At our spot we'll be going to after
You know
this.
where we always go on Halsey.
So can we not say that spot?
I'm
No,
okay
'cause
saying
we
that, but
don't-
they
we
don't
don't-
want to say it.
Yeah,
They don't wanna-
Yeah.
So no. So
Well, no, not because it's my
But we don't want
party,
too many
but
people-
because
They're
Yes.
not paying us
got it.
yet.
So no.
right, that part.
So no. So I will be there, but I
Gotcha.
won't be dressed up
Okay.
because I've never done it, so there's no reason for me.
It's
to
the first
ever
time
do
for
it.
everything.
Come
Titus.
dressed as a chef, bro.
How about?
Oh, word, that's easy.
So I just bought. Not that I just bought, but I bought a leather outfit from a good friend of mine. Can I come as Eddie Murphy?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
I can
Come
see
on,
that.
bro.
I
Let's
can
go.
totally see that.
Let's go,
I
bro.
agree to do that.
Okay.
I can totally see that. I can
Okay.
totally see
All
that.
right. So I put my.
You look a little more Richard. You look a little more Richard. This
Oh, snap.
So yes,
There you
Allie,
go.
I got you.
dope.
So by the way, guys, it's Al's
Birthday
on the
week.
20
it's her
27th?
birthday week.
27th.
Her birthday season.
Officially, but her birthday party's on the 30th.
Yes.
Well, we don't know what it
a
is or where
Sunday.
it's at.
Is it what?
It's Sunday, yes.
A Sunday, which
If you weren't invited, sorry.
I'm typically in the bed on Sundays all day.
Hungover.
But no, not hungover. I'm just leaving. But
We know. And late.
But I'm going to this party.
And he has a costume.
And I'm actually doing a costume.
We gonna all be in
They're presidents.
Oh, the
They're
or?
presidents.
I can see that too for you.
Yeah. So I got
I'm gonna be an
makeup
evil
artist.
king.
Yeah, he has a makeup
I'm an
artist.
evil king.
You're evil.
Yes.
Yeah, what is this evil king that you're doing here?
He just mixed and matched all different types. So here, my dumb ass, we in the damn Halloween store. So y'all know, like, my sneakers got to match everything. Like,
Yeah, we
y'all
know.
know how I get there. So I'm like, JP, you know it don't match. He was like, don't have to match. So if y'all don't know, I'm doing the fucking emoji sign. The JP
This is
emoji
JP's
sign.
emoji sign. This is
He
him.
was like, why I gotta be so matchy matchy?
For people
I was
listening,
like,
they're putting their hands in the air to the side on that emoji.
Look at your emoji if you have an iPhone.
that is
Androids
JP.
have emojis too. What do you mean?
Yeah, but not
But then they have that one?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Oh,
probably
I don't know. I'm not.
That's an emoji thing. That's not a
Oh.
We're
phone
iPhone
thing.
people. Okay.
I don't know what happens.
See, I'm blinded by the system thinking that the iPhones.
Come on.
Anyway,
Come on, conspiracy theory.
do you have a
But
thought you're finishing up?
I was always Freddy Krueger. That was always my.
I can see that. You look like a Freddy Krueger.
Thank
Oh,
you.
here we go. Here we go. So also understand,
bring nightmares to your
we
dreams.
generally never do 2 rounds in here. So I already see this
This
shit.
is a lot. The alcohol is bringing a lot out, by the way. And yes, there is alcohol involved in the show. And
We're
None
looking for
specific.
and we're looking non-specific. We're looking
but
for
non-specific alcohol. We are more of a connoisseur of proper liquor. Anywho, so we move on to the next topic. One more topic? 2 more topics?
What's your favorite horror movie though?
Is that a
Halloween will always
Yeah.
be my favorite, and
That's
I
the
think
topic.
it's coming to an
It's
end.
Halloween. No, it is the end.
This is the...
Actually, from what I hear,
It's called end, right?
You think she's gonna
right? But from
It's
what
cool.
I hear, I don't want to be a spoiler. And spoiler alert. From what I hear, it's not.
It's never the end. They
See, but she gonna die one day. So
Right, but remember there's offspring.
Sorry. Right.
But look, Kendrick, remember there's offspring. She has offspring. Remember there's
Oh,
offspring.
let me tell you something.
She had
Yeah,
a baby?
she been at
He
it.
had a sister.
I'm
Yes,
actually
sister, yeah,
done
that's
after
all.
the end. I'm tired. They had the
I was
space.
done before the end.
They had the 20.
I
thought
didn't
like
even
part
watch
3.
the space. You can't get me. Listen, but Halloween as a child,
Oh, I love it.
Scary
Fire.
as hell.
I gotta tell you though,
Scary
Freddy Krueger
as
was
hell.
my best though.
Yeah, that's why I was always Freddy.
Freddy was my best.
That's why I was
Yeah.
always Freddy.
Freddy was
And
my best.
I actually dressed up as Freddy Krueger.
That's
one
why
year.
I was Freddy for like 6
had-
years.
Yeah, Freddy,
matching
yeah.
outfits.
Freddy was the best.
Freddy
horror
was
character.
the best.
But Jason is 1A.
Jason will
Nah,
never.
he ain't-
ever-
No?
You ain't beating Freddy. You crazy?
No, I said 1A.
Well, you know,
1A.
well, you know they had.
I put Michael ahead of Jason
Well, you know
because of
what?
the music. That
Well, I think Michael and Jason are in the same category.
Yeah,
honestly.
absolutely.
But
Jason
Krueger,
killed better. He did body.
He killed
it.
better.
all right, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Killed better.
Freddy's number 1.
All right.
Freddy
Dahmer.
is number 1 because and actually before
Okay,
I
so
started,
where's Chucky?
Nah.
Chucky's
for-
back.
That's for the
Chucky
other.
gonna come
the
after
other-
Poltergeist. Like, yeah,
Right.
nah.
yeah, he's in the Poltergeist world, which is a whole nother.
From the first movie, I was like, I getting fucked up by a little dog.
Right.
What is going on?
And then when they had like the seed of Chucky, y'all really
Yeah,
gonna
they
wait
got
too far.
voodoo.
They got voodoo.
His wife was bad though. Shout
That
out
to me
his
was
wife.
more.
Wait, what?
You know,
No,
the
he had
white
one dog?
the white one.
He had a wife. His wife
He had
was
a wife.
bad.
The dog.
Yes,
The
Right,
bride,
but-
The bride of Chucky.
Wait, when you say bad,
The
you talking
Bride
about
of Chucky.
looks? Like you was attracted to the
No,
dog?
she was a real woman.
Yeah, the bride of Chucky. It was.
And then
Yeah,
she
it was
went
the
into.
And then she went into
Yeah,
the
no,
dog.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
I forgot her name.
You know who it was. You
but
know,
yeah, her face is popular.
Gotcha.
Yes, you know who it was, Allie.
Because I think we just go too far. Like if you think about the first Saw
Yeah.
versus like What's
Oh,
Out.
Saul got a little out of hand.
Yeah.
Saul got a little out of hand.
Come on,
first
Jeff.
show was crazy.
By then I
I
started.
actually lost what was happening.
I want to see Smile. That looks good.
What's that?
Oh, I don't know about that
It's
one.
a
Is that
horror
new?
movie. That's out now. Yeah,
I didn't know
Smile.
that one.
Never heard
So
about that one.
it's a new
It's a
new
new
horror.
horror movie.
We do need some new ones, but we have these classic, and I'm glad that we grew up in that time
Right.
of these classics.
Where we would actually be scared.
Where we actually be scared. Now
But
I'm
you
just
know,
like,
you
eh.
know what was
Now
crazy
they
too?
gory,
Them
though.
damn
The Shining.
The
Oh.
Shining.
The Shining
Jack
was
Nicholson.
crazy.
Yeah.
But those movies like where it's like paranormal activity, like when those came
Oh,
out.
I didn't like those.
No.
You didn't like
No,
the
I didn't.
paranormal?
I thought they were corny. I really did. I thought it was stupid. And
Oh my
and,
God,
And by
clutch
the
the
way,
pearls.
if you look at who was really into these things, I'm just saying. But
There's
you know,
always. But you know what
but-
movie's not scary and it scared me was like the Da Vinci Code.
you know those I like.
Because he's into conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
You like,
but,
so you like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
I mean,
it's
I
like
like
I
them
believe
too.
that could be like real, like
Yeah.
well, I like those two because of the biblical
Right.
part of it, right? But I didn't really like them beyond that. Beyond that, I thought it was just rubbish.
No, after the first one was whack.
Yeah, but the biblical thing, I like the take on it. About
So we
that.
got 3 minutes.
We got 3 minutes. All right, so
Yeah,
next,
okay,
let's
cool.
do another topic, shall we? All right, guys. So you know, I won't go to the politics in UK, but it has become a joke.
Oh, here we go.
But I won't talk
Yeah,
about
this
it.
nigga's from the UK.
Yo, here we go.
Okay, so we have had like 3-4 episodes about the UK, but it's because they've had like 3-4 prime ministers in the past, like what, 3 months?
All team who
The new
doesn't
guy.
give a fuck.
The Indian guy.
The first person of
Oh,
color.
this he's an Indian dude
is
now.
Indian.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's
that's-
also a billionaire.
Dope, that's
not a
dope.
billionaire. He's like 400 million. Actually, no, 700 million. Richer
Yeah.
than the royal
He's like
family.
Kanye.
Is that 7? But his money's real. So
It's not in
Can't
sneakers.
be taken
it's not,
away.
it can't be taken away.
Adidas can't drop.
He's literally net worth $700 million. So he's richer than everybody. He's richer than the Buckingham Palace.
English money?
Listen, I think they
Well,
listen. I think the Indians are gonna do to the British what they did.
Oh, they're gonna get revenge or some shit. You know,
we shall see.
No, it's the same thing as American politics. You could only, I'm sure it's even worse over there. You could only do so much.
You know what? Okay, so their system to me is a little weird, and because until a general election, they can really continue doing this
Right.
for the next four years or whatever their term is. But the public can also demand a general election, which I think it seems to be happening. I think this guy's going to do very well though, because he actually he used to be in what's the crazy hair guy?
Yeah.
He was in his party. He was the treasurer, the checker or whatever, secretary.
The checker.
The secretary of the checker.
Round 2.
But he quit because he thought, Boris Johnson, that guy with the hair, was a cuckoo and was not doing a good job, so he actually resigned. So the irony is that now he's the prime minister. I think that he will do well. I follow politics, guys. These guys really don't.
He follows English. Can I ask you?
I follow American politics.
Right.
I follow all politics because I just love politics.
No, but you really bring up the
British.
Because I'm Jamaican and we are part
How
of.
does it pertain to us?
Right.
It pertains to us in the sense of we have to look at how fragile
You know what we messed up at?
democracy is.
Brittany.
What happened?
They denied her appeal.
Oh yes,
Today.
thank you.
I
So
didn't
now
know
they're
that.
gonna try to do a prison
Yeah, so why?
exchange
Damn.
today.
Yeah, we got 55 seconds.
Yes.
Okay. Opinion.
Let's talk about what do you think?
feels the
Do you
pressure.
think? Do you
Of the
think?
shot clock.
Okay, lightning round. Do you think Brittany is gonna be freed via prison exchange?
Yeah, that's what they talk
I
about
think
now.
so. I think
That's
so.
what they talk about now.
They're working behind the scenes.
In like 2 years.
No, I think less.
So they said
She gonna do a
the
little
judge took like 30 minutes to deliberate, and then they also said that the way their system is set up, I think for like every day served is 2 days.
Yeah.
So she has to serve another 8 years. Some.
Yeah.
But they talked about doing a prisoner exchange for her.
She's not coming home. No.
Not for at least another year.
Another 2 years.
They are at least maybe 2 max, but I do think that they are working behind the scenes, and she's not gonna be there for 9 years. She's not. She's
No,
not.
she's not doing that.
No, she's not.
Nah, she's not doing that. She better not. Free Britney.
No.
Free
Right.
Britney!
And on that note,
No.
we're gonna find out next episode why the gentleman loves UK so much.
Because I'm a
Yo, thank you, Titus.
No, thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
Titus.
Thank you so much.
Hey,
We love you.
Next time we'll have burgers.
I love you, my love. Thank you guys so much.
Stuy Burgers, go there.
Yes.
Go to Stuy Burgers.
Gintv.
We getting it in.
We getting it in.